Oh yeah, it's recording, not live. Okay. I took that breath, I puffed it out. I got confused myself, guys. All right. Gonna use the oven mitt. Maybe. Gonna use this. Definitely. I'm starting to heat it up. So that big wide pan, you see, you know what I mean? So here we go. Thanks, Mom. Mom providing the Spanish olive oil. So we'll oil up the pan just to touch it. Okay. So I got 2 tablespoons now. That's a little light. I swear it is. We'll see what we do though. You know what I mean? So yeah, tonight I was, and like you see the other day, my short, my fatherly duties, regretting it. Not. But tonight I knew I had to make burgers because we got some ground beef. Oh, I just threw some salt. How much salt? 4 pinch, 4 pinch. That's it. You can measure a pinch. I don't know where you're from, but good for you. So I only put that in the oil. Excuse me, mea culpa for the burps. 4 times to create well, Lord, what do you want to call it? Like to break the surface area. So it's for abrasion. That's what it is. The salt is in for abrasion. Peace. So yeah, basically, I initially thought I will be making these burgers for dinner, but I made them dinner already. But I'm still making the burgers this night, and I'll just pack them away, or maybe even sample a piece. But I'll make them this night, pack them away for later, right? Because the beef is still already ground, already fresh, already, not fresh anymore. I'm not trying to age grade this mother. I'm not trying to gray it out. So we'd be making burgers. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, whether I want to or not, we're making burgers. You know what I mean? Is that fair enough? I was feeling pretty low earlier. Oh, I'm gonna make beef burgers, and I don't have sriracha, but it turns out I'm okay. This buffalo kind of buttery buffalo sauce down in the bottom of this very inexpensive can bottle will do. Will do. All right, so I'm going to now turn that pan completely off. I've got salt on for abrasion. I've got oil for, I don't know, resistance, also health, really. So then I got beef and such mix, which is a fresh ground pork, beef, and veal. Well, beef, pork, and veal in that order. Boom. So a meatball mix. What did I say, guys? We just talked about it. That's how my grandma did it. You know what I mean? We had that mix. So I mean to say, we never had a single animal meatball. That wasn't a thing. It was always for me beef and pork at least. My grandma, beef, pork, and the specific veal, right? So I don't know how you feel about the veal. I don't know about your life and all, but yeah. So it's a little bit, like I said, I'm not trying to age beef over here, but it's already kicking smell. You know what I mean? We got the beef, we got the veal, we got the pork. Now, I'm making burgers, not meatballs. So I'm basically upgrading what they called, you know what I mean, their meatball mix. So let's figure out how to do that. I don't know. Let's see, shall we? All right, guys, give me a moment here. Yeah, it'll take me a minute. I'll be back. I'll be back. I can press pause because that's a recording. So I apologize, but I was kind of just, my mind was like, oh, it's another live stream. It's not, but I'll be right back. I apologize, and I do try to explain away that it's just because of what I'm used to, right? In this case, we'll grab an onion, right? How much of this onion? Oh, since we're stretching it out and we got a good, I don't know, there's more than 2 pounds there, right? I'm putting 3/4 of this onion in it. I'm in it because I'm stretching it. I'll put oatmeal in it if I want. You understood? You heard? I'll put oatmeal in to stretch my burger. So let me get an onion out. it was a good deal. 5, 6 pounds, whatever that be, for like 250. And then, like I said, I got the beef there. It's at least 2 pounds. So I'm gonna put a lot of this onion, not the whole thing, right? But we'll get to it. We'll get to that. Put the rest away for my convenience. Boy, I gotta clean the skin and all of that. But we'll start with the much more simple situation, which was to wash my hands in the first place. They're washed and deli baskets, eh? Easy. All right. Like I said, I had that pan just to warm it up, just to incorporate it. The abrasion only right now is salt. So I'll put on some of this. It's like a Kingsford barbecue rub mix. I'm gonna put that on and heat it up a little bit more, only so it doesn't become too salty, because I figure there's some little elements of like a Kingsford rub that would be the non-salt seasoning, sort of like a Mrs. Dash, but not just a bunch of fucking dehydrated celery. It's got a little barbecue turn, and we work on that, man. We always have Moroccan, which has allspice, which means if it's like, even if the food's bad, we could put in the Moroccan and the allspice might numb the taste. Oi. So onion time. I'm gonna clean that sucker. He's just, the off-the-shelf variety. So we'll fix him. I'm actually gonna square it out because I know how much I'm using. I know about the price. I know that, as I throw the peel and shit today away, so because like if I were to nickel and dime, it would rot away somewhere else, eh? Let's get rid of it and make it worth its meal right now. All right. So what they say is you don't want to spirally cut, because every single, sort of essential little cube, that's open there, every vein that throws it out is coming this way. Which means if you cut it in onion ring style, you're releasing all of that. You're making it very pungent. All right. As I had added that Kingsford, now I have to tell you the truth, right? You hear it? It's hot again. It's hot again, and I'm turning it off. And I'm not just going to turn it off. I'm going to hang it downwind of the burner, because it doesn't need to get hotter anymore. It doesn't. And I'm not sauteing these fucking onions, dude. I'm putting them in patty mix. Okay. So let me go ahead and do this with a little bit of liquid. I'll bless the entire area with a little bit of that. So as I said, you got the sort of issue where when you open up all of the sort of ventricles, then you get all the pungency when you spiral slice, onion ring style, your onion. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my mom's. I don't do this a lot, but I'm going to use my mom's right now. Watch this. Because I'll do it in tribute. The floral mom cut. You know what I mean? She's not the only one, but Mama, you're not the only one. You're just the best. Mama, you're not the only one. You're just the best I've ever met. So I sliced it that way. Boom, 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 boom. All the way across, one time. And now I'm going to do it the other. Huh? So as you see, and as you will see, we're about to break all rules. We're going to make very pungent onions, but we're going to do it for the purpose of mama style. So now they're hash cut. You see? They're hash cut. Boom, 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 and that way. So I call them floraled, right? Now I am going to onion ring cut them, and then it'll just be a bunch of dices, right? A bunch of dices. Let's go. I'm going to make them thin. They're probably going to liquefy some of them. Let's go. I'm still using this restrictively small pan, so I can't really carry the outer petals of what I call flour here. Wow. Okay, here we go. In general, except for the outliers, right? In general, I got this down to that really, really minced capacity. So I'll tell you what. Look at how, I mean, I'm saying minced coca. Look at what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Those are small. Those are not quarter. What do they call it when they do it? Because it's really a professional cooking thing. Like dice, quarter dice. They call it a quarter dice, you know? This is not. I made them micro. So some of that I'm just going to throw straight in the oil right now. You know, it'll evaporate. They'll disappear. All of this I'm putting in the meat mixture that's here. But I'll tell you what, I'm upgrading the chunks, you know. So here's my mom's method, hash, pattern, and then that way. And I did it so thin, right? I'm not doing that shit anymore. I'm going to cut this into, I guess, what would be a standard quarter of an onion here. See, there's my hash marks, but fuck them. I'm ignoring them, and I'm going to go that way. So I'm actually going to do it the right way this time. I'm going to dice them rough quarter cut. You know what I mean? So I got a 1, 2, 3, 6. There's 9. Oh, usually I can get 10. Oh, there's a bit of skin on there, but we'll eat it. And now I'm quarter dicing them properly. Okay, so that's what you get when you cut them the right way and you quarter dice them properly. Okay, whatever. That's what you get. A little more rough, but that's what you need. I'm putting that and the even rougher cuts now because I wanted to show you, and I don't give a shit. I want it to be rough in my beef. Now I'm gonna wash my nose. You can see I'm sweating on it. Sorry. Probably sweating in thought and anticipation. But hey, we'd be a little bit dirty, nasty, a little bit disgusting, but also clean around here. So I'm going to turn the heat back up on the thing, and this is what we ended up with. Like I said, the rough cut, the rougher cut, the mince is down there at the bottom, and the beef veal pork mix. And as I said to you, forget it. I'm putting this in. But maybe I'm going to hand massage this. So maybe it'll sting up my hands or something. Oh, I'll have to think about that. And the conclusion is it doesn't matter. So we have a little bit of that left. It's basically the old classic style from Dollar Tree. It's still $1.29. See, it says Louisiana Supreme. I used to buy those 32 years ago at Dollar Tree. And do you know that Dollar Tree? 32 years ago. You think I'm lying. You think I'm lying. But, you know, it took them 30 years before they raised their price to 1.25. And that ain't nothing. So that's empty. It's gone. I've dealt with it for years. Our Dollar Tree over here had shut down recently for a good 2+ months. And it opened up like yesterday. So I'll go tomorrow. My wife was like, what should I go and get today? I said soap and another soap. A liquid soap and a couple of bars. Because it's the first day that we knew it was open, and I did not want her to get excited. I myself will go tomorrow. I don't want to be too excited either. You know what I mean? Because anything could happen. All right, so I reheated that again with a little bit of the mince part, none of the chunk part. I'm going to turn it off. It's going to take 2.5 minutes now. So I'm actually going to pause thine video. Pause. Can you hear me? Pause. I'll be right back. It's going to take 3 minutes, so pause. In my tomb have I resumed recording. So I'm still waiting those 3 minutes out, but I did unpause. I hope everything's going smooth. I'm flexing on the re-recording. Cheers. You know what I mean? Dinner time. Nah. Thankfully I did their shit first. So I got my whole freedom to take my time, to experiment, to throw oatmeal in the burger if I want to stretch it. Boom. It's not even time for the burger. It's just chilling. It's got the onions and it's got that buffalo shit, and that's it. You know, the pan's a different story, but I told you what's in the pan. Cheers, man. Give me a second here. Good Lord. It's smelling oniony. It's smelling nice, fragrant. There's the little Kingsford like barbecue char dry rub smell going on. That's cool. It smells good. So give me a minute. I mean, like I said, it'll take 3. Shit. Should I pause for the next 2? I suppose I'll pause for the next 2 that I need and the next 2 that will get me further. And I will be right back because I am not here to waste your time. And like I said, burger mix still looking like that. You know what I mean? So we're not even squished in it. So pause, and I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Huh. And here we keep going. Here we keep going. All right. So at this point, I heated that up a little bit again, and now it's off. And it's off forever. You see, it got a little bit of caramel color into that onion. It got a little bit of that seasoning in. So that is that 2 tablespoons I told you before of olive oil and that bit of minced onion and those seasonings. If I said 3, I was lying. It was about 2. So I need to put more. But the thing is, it needs to chill right now. It needs to chill. It's trying to dry those onions out, give them that charry, caramelized, sugar released taste, right? Of grilled onions, I guess, or whatever you would call such of them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't have red wine or red wine vinegar right now to fuck with that menagerie, but I could and would. It wouldn't be bad, you know what I mean? But I just need this sort of biscuit to rest. I just need that biscuit to rest. So I'm gonna make a small little, just a roly pinner here, because yeah, I can knead and make the beef right now, but I won't do that because you know how people say, they put the beef on the outside of their burger, and obviously I'm wiping sweat off my nose. I will be washing my hands before I deal with the food. But anyway, listen, and I can be as gross as I fucking want. That's by the way too. All my knives are right here because I'm in my kitchen. You want to talk about it? All right. So I could go ahead and boom, roll that up now. But some people, the reason that they think, hey, don't put salt on the inside of your beef, put it on the outside. They say it dries it up. Well, obviously, that little salt crystal, it pulls, but it'll pull the fat content. You know what I mean? So it won't even dry it up as much as it'll plump it up. It'll have little flavor crystals all throughout in that fucking salt. All right. Let me look at my timer here. Oh, timer dead. Sorry, dudes. I had to start a new timer too. In the kitchen, I used to have so many. You can see me wiping my head again. I'll be wiping my hands before I do any food shit. But I'm telling you, the reason I'm not mincing up and doing the beef now is I got that pan where I want it. I'll turn it to, low plus right now. Because I'm not looking. It's already ready for when I hit it to sear, but not overcook an outside surface. You get it? All right. So there's 2 pound or so here. I would normally make a good, I don't know, less than a half-pound burger, but instead I'll make like 8 patties. The reason? We'll end up with 4 that we can put like a shitload of cheese between and make like juicy Lucy craziness. You know what I mean? Because we will do that. So I'm not mincing up the burger and shit right now. I did turn that pan up one more time, and I did tell you, hey, I might have said 3 tablespoons of olive oil before, but I only put in 2, and it's time to drop the other. So 1 more, which means 3 total tablespoons of olive oil. And I'll tell you what, don't put it in the first time. Do it like me. Cook those 2 the first time, and then bam, this one is going to be more of a fresh surface to hit later. You know what I mean? Less adulterants, whatever. So I could mince this up now, but the reason people say don't put salt inside is they say it'll dry it up. Well, it sucks little fat oils into the crystal of salt, but that doesn't mean that it dries it up. It means it hides that shit. It doesn't let it go. So that's juiciness, really. Even it's the opposite of what you think. But if I did it now and I let motherfuckers sit there for a half hour, it's gonna dry up. Huh. I wonder why. Is that how you figured out that it dried it up? Did you make it yesterday, put it in the fridge, ground beef, and then cook it later? You guys know that beef tastes so much better the first time it's heated? Kind of like beer. The first time it's refrigerated, best. So a lot of these places, like, they're even working on laws to put everything on the shelf, nothing cold, like beer-wise or whatever. If it didn't come from a reefer truck, that's the problem. Everything comes on the same supply line, right? But if it came from a non-refrigerated truck, they drop it off at a gourmet liquor store, say, boutique for you. Boutique for you, only for you. My friend, I am your friend. And then you refrigerate it the first time and drink it, that's the best beer you're going to have. But if somebody were put it in a reefer truck, put it on the shelf warm, you pick it up, you refrigerate it one more time, bring it to your friend's house, it gets warm again, refreeze it. That's not going to have the same quality. And beef is the same way. Even though we're not going to eat this today, we all like leftovers. We like all the magic that happens. I'm not going to go into specifics. You guys can look it up in the leftover situation. Yes, they come better. You know what I mean? We'll just call it marinate. Cheers. Hey, can't make this yet. Guess I better quit. So yeah, I was saying I'll stretch my meat out with cornmeal or oatmeal. Is that what I mentioned before? Anything, Cocoa Puffs. That's up to me, man. But right now, I mean, that's plenty of. It's gonna be hard to even squeeze in the box. Like I said, my idea would be make eight half patties and then cheese them in the middle. But we'll see where we even get with that. It's not time. I'm not gonna do it before time. What do I do now? I'm gonna pause again, I guess. Hoy, namaste. It takes time, bro. Mm, I will pause. I'll be back. Had to put that back on. My son, as he was coming out, asked me, "So are you making them burgers?" And I said, "Who?" And he's like, "Who are you making them for?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm making them for tomorrow, and I'm recording it, by the way. I mean, I can't be making it for them. Try to get one." But anyways, that was funny for me. But who are you making them for? I'm making them because the beef has to be used today. I bought it, whatever, 3 days ago, right? That's what you do. Cook it up, preserve it as you can, waste as little as you can, eh? All right. Still on a couple minutes hiatus. Hyenas. Yo. I have kind of past channel relics here, preserved. I just wanted to take a moment to show Mickey's bottle and, Hello Angel, Happy Thanksgiving, yeah, or whatever it's called. What is it called? Oh yeah, the fucking fruity day. Yeah, it's Valentine's, right? Valentine's. Uncle Valentine shot everybody on that day, right? We love each other. Hey, cool. Shot me with a fucking arrow through the heart, man. All that good shit. Or was it Chicago in the bunker? Bada boom boom boom. Boom bada boom boom resume. All right. So at this point at the game, I still haven't put anything but the meat mix, beef, pork, and veal, the onions of two different sizes, and the buffalo. Buffalo's gone, but I can tell you right now, and like I said, in this period of marination, whatever, we're gonna put yellow mustard straight. This one's Heinz. I don't care. I mean, Heinz is the killer. Heinz is the winner. Heinz created the fucking assembly line before Henry Ford. Look it up, you pickle eating motherfucker. So I put Heinz like almost liberally at this point. And the reason is, as I mentioned before, I don't have sriracha. So I put in that buffalo shit. I put in a lot of yellow Heinz, yellow mustard. You guys do Frenches, dude. Be smart about it and smarmy and do Frenches. I agree with you. Go for it. I'm not really a yellow mustard guy, but hey, on burgers, it's delicious. Ask what is it, In-N-Out? Flying Dutchman or whatever? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. They're making money off that shit. They know what they're doing. So, as I said, where does the sweetness come in? I didn't have sriracha. Didn't have sriracha. This is Old Bay. Old Bay hot sauce specifically. How much am I going to put on? Let's see. Tea, double T, and a half. 2.5 teaspoons of Old Bay hot sauce. You can get that. The reason I have it in my own little bottle like that is because I have the bulk. Now, then we got Frank's. That's another thing they can't leave alone in Maryland, right? Frank's. But this is Red Hot Wings, Nashville style. And there's a reason. Look at that kind of orange and splotchy color. When you put this with Old Bay, I mean, it makes a fantastic any kind of crab you like. Let's say you like a crab cake and you want to make a good aioli or whatever, or you want anything etouffee. You mix these two hot sauces. This one claims to be Nashville. Who cares? It is what it is. It's orange sauce, right? I put that on everything. My point is, you mix those two together, you have a hell of a seafood sauce. Oh, that's right. If you didn't hear me, I said you mix those two hot sauces together, you have a hell of a seafood sauce to start. And I'm not talking about Heinz 57 or anybody. We have a nice, super hot cocktail sauce, but that's cooler to fuck with when you're doing shrimps. Or I know it's not proper to say shrimps, so I mean prawnitos. It still needs time, man. Even the acid of that mustard, right? If I grind it in there, let it sit for a half hour, it'd be crying. It'd be crying. So we'll start with something simple and effective. The Camino grounds, right? Ground cumin, Camino grounds. And then they're going right in there. Let's see how much. That's a half. Okay. Half teaspoon. That's it. All right. Now I'm going to funk it up, okay? We're going to use some of that popcorn seasoning. Why? Because I'm throwing butter in there. Butter in my beef without the wrong fats. What do you call them? Saturated, right? Because I have those polyunsaturated that my mom got me or something, right? Well, yeah, cayenne. Yeah. Why would we not put cayenne? We're just going to hit it up with that heat, Just cayenne pepper. Boom. That's it. That's quarter tea. And I would love to be done, but I can't. We're gonna garlic though. We're gonna garlic these bitches. This is 2 pounds of meats. So there's 1.5, 2 and 1/4 teaspoons of garlic powder. No salt, not garlic salt. You will not be happy with me if you put in the wrong ingredient. Hold on now, I'll be pausing. We'll be right back. Be cool, man. Thank you for joining in. Eat some burgers. Boom, boom. Hello, back in. What's up with the stupid paper at the bottom of the bin here? I started squishing it up, mixing it up. That's all. No time. By the way, I'm going over medium on the heat. We'll go back to that. So at this point, I'll just throw in some of that, which is taco seasoning. Because like I said, don't over salt it with that garlic salt. Boom. Hit it with taco seasoning. And I'm talking 2 full teas, another half. Because it's 2 pounds. Like I said, I threw in this for the pseudo butter effect. Here we go. Now this is the mess part. I'm doing it. I'm still crushing it. See what timer says? It says we're right on time, man. Whether we had to pause or not, I apologize for all of that. I didn't mean to. So this is it's looking very mustardy, but it's so much over 2 pounds. So I really have to squish it in there. This is where I would throw in a thickener, a cornflake, a pancake, anything, man, to stretch them out. Oatmeal, like I said before, cornmeal, oatmeal, whatever. So, but I'm not gonna. These are just gonna be, because they're already meatball mix, which I guess, cheaper, less refined. Okay, so as I said, I'm trying to make 8. So I'm gonna try to split it up now into 2, right? Logical starting point, because we're doing evens, 2, and then the other, which is quarters, and then there we go. So like I said, I was heating that pan back up. It almost kicked me in the gut there. All right, so from the 2, here we go. Logical step. Damn, this is a lot though. This is a lot. So every one is going to be a 1/4 pounder actually. So from the 2, we roll up a couple of patty, starters, and then from the other 2, I split it up. I want to make 8. We'll see what happens. These are pretty fat, really. Pretty fat balls right there. All right, I'm splitting it up again. Make another 2 from. But at the same time, I'm looking at them before I drop them because I want them to be as equivalent as possible. So there should be 2 more in the whole house, but there is definitely more than so. So here we go. That's why I'm working on spreading it out a little bit more Here we go. Looks like this 2 plus whatever pounds. 1, 2, 3 looks good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is the small guy. So that's the small guy from whatever we have. Okay, that ball there. You see him? Oh shit! I'll get that onion. I'll get that damn onion if it fucking kills me, eh? I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna get that onion now. Turning down the heat, washing my hands. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Fire alarm warning. That could happen too. So hold up and let me run the disposal too. Just to temp fade a little more. I'm rolling the disposal. Oh yeah. Out of that business. Boom. Clean hands, disposal out. Are we still on? Okay. Is it getting too hot? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, the drops. Pick them up, right? Okay, here we go. Pick them up. And that stupid onion I was worried about is way back. I hope I don't drop the phone on this endeavor. You know, if it happens, don't tell anybody. I'll see you later. Don't worry about it. Nah. He's out of town. All right. But I'm still racing against clock because he don't change. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Washing the hands. Yo, did you see Raina made a recent or new short where she was talking about every time she cooks and she was just washing her fingertips over and over. I think she just shot that and just used that footage over and over. But hilarious, right? Because it do happen. You know what I mean? Some people do obsess, and that's how it rolls. And we have no hate for that. Now I'm just gonna clean up the area a little bit more. I apologize because I didn't plan to, but I will. Boom. Die there, you Burmese menace. Hold on. Burmese menace. Where was I? Okay. So the overheated pan, the 8 meatballs. I just washed my hands and I rubbed my nose again because I'm still sweating. But where am I again? No, I'm not anywhere. Still gross. Still cooking burgers. All right. So they got the mustard hue. You know what I mean? They do. So this is how they're going to go. Might have to top them with jelly at the end of all this with all the sour that's in them. You know what I mean? So give me a moment. Got to wipe some up. Like I said, you can be obsessive about the area you're working in. And, don't let it rule your life. Don't let it be a complex. But if it has to be dealt with fucking now, fucking now, then you do it now, OCD. You do it now. Hey. I'll wash my hands one more time. No OCD present, no. All right, water in the pan to see where it's at. Oh, it's too cold again. All right, so perfect. We are now at the point where the pan, I just dropped water in. It's barely sizzling. The pan is ready to sear. The beef is ready and it's here. The only thing I can regret is if I don't have enough salt in there. So I'm going to use my mind real quick and think about it. Because you can't just taste raw food and stuff like that. Season saltly, season with your mind and your seasoning with your mental ways. Season thoughtfully, season thoughtfully. And then it won't be too salty. Once it cooks, it becomes more. And I think there's enough salt in the muscle of all the varied animals. And if there isn't, we'll fix it in 2 seconds because they're going to have sauce on it anyway. All right, so I have 8 burgers. Can I fit them in one pan? Hell no. Yeah, I can. All right, let's do it. 1. Shit, this guy's fat. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to be the same. I have to make them pretty thick to fit them in. But at the same time, they have to cook uniformly. uniformly of my family. And then there also are hot spots on the pan. Maybe I can deal with that by moving it around. But let's start with just trying to make them the same thickness. All right, here we go. Some 8 burgers, trying to make them the same thickness, and that thickness equals, at this point, fat as hell. All right, here we go. This one's too fat. Too fat is going to have a little, tumor. I mean, tumor, you know. He's going to have a little buddy that's short and fat. That's all we can do. All right, so the 8 becomes 8 patties of thus size and 1 little tumor guy. Huh. I just picked that up like a G, you know, so it was on the hot side too, like that. So here we go. I'll wash my hands again. Let's see how this goes. You see there's big onion chunks in there, man. Like I said, I did not resort to cornflakes or oatmeal, but I will in my life. Or cornstarch, potato starch, any kind of starch you like. Anyways, here we go. 36 minutes. 36 minutes. This is bullshit. Okay. Rest of the pan, just some scrapings. I'm not going to touch it, so I just tapped them in. I'm done. You know, my hands, they're beyond that stage. We're on the stage of cooking these bitches with a spatula and making sure they're exactly the same thickness and height. And I'll tell you what that's going to take. It's going to take time. You know, we're talking about that thick. All right, that's what those burgers are. Can you see that thick? My suggestion is we cut it here, and I'll do a short to show you what they look like when they're finished. 37 minutes, cooking them themselves. I'll show you the little guy. Remember how I said we got burgers and then we got this little tumor, the leftover? I'll show you that guy. They all got to stay the same thickness in height so that they all cook correctly on here. I have obviously got to wash my hands again because I was making sure of that. Thank you for joining in. Get sriracha if you want to make burgers. I didn't have it today. I'm sorry.